Jenny says that marrying Sumit was the worst decision of her life, one she deeply regrets. She once believed that love could conquer anything, that after 10 long years of heartbreak, tears, immigration struggles, and constant rejection from a family that never wanted her, she would finally have the happy ending she'd been promised. But the truth, as fans suspect, might be far darker than what the cameras ever revealed. Behind the smiles and wedding vows lies a version of Jenny's world where love was replaced by control, money, and deception. According to fan theories and whispered rumors, Sumit's family allegedly wanted full control over Jenny's life, her finances, and her future. The price of becoming Mrs. Singh may have been far greater than anyone imagined, perhaps over $1 million in retirement funds, savings, and assets Jenny built over her life in America. Some believe she traded her independence for a marriage that wasn't built on love, but on what she could provide. These fans think that somewhere in the emotional chaos of their secret relationship and unconventional marriage, Jenny's love was turned into a weapon against her. They imagine that if Jenny wanted to be accepted, if she wanted to stop being a disgrace, she had to pay for it not with emotions but with money. Rumors suggest that large sums were quietly transferred under the guise of gifts and family support, all to gain the approval she longed for. Yet what she received wasn't gratitude, but invisible chains. Every tear she shed on screen might have carried hidden meanings: fear, exhaustion, resentment. Some fans think she stayed compliant because she feared being abandoned in a country where she has no rights, no family, and no way out. Her constant pleas for Sumit to choose her over his parents may have been cries for freedom, not love. Fans still remember how fiercely Sumit's parents once opposed the marriage. They shamed her, rejected her, and emotionally blackmailed Sumit. And yet suddenly, their resistance disappeared. The same family that once claimed she brought them dishonor seemed to quietly allow the marriage to happen. Many viewers never understood that shift. Why did they change? What broke their resolve? Some fans are convinced that acceptance was bought, not earned, that Jenny's welcome was simply part of an unspoken deal. These theories suggest that Jenny might be trapped in psychological control rather than physical confinement. The idea that she's being mentally isolated, kept under pressure, and denied a way back to America haunts her supporters. They imagine her living in fear, told that if she speaks out, disobeys, or embarrasses the family, she could lose everything she has left. She could be cut off from her money, her home, and even Sumit himself, left to live a life of silence and regret. Many viewers now see Sumit's family as less traditional and more calculating. They believe the family's newfound acceptance was motivated by greed rather than forgiveness, that every act of kindness hides an expectation of more. Jenny's greatest tragedy, they say, is that she didn't see it coming. She thought marriage would protect her, but instead, she might be more trapped than ever. They fear she wakes up each day realizing she didn't gain a family. She bought herself a prison. Some claim she's dropping clues. Whenever she speaks about her immigration status or worries about staying in India, to them, those are hints that she feels trapped, terrified of losing what little freedom she still has. Others even suspect she's under manipulation or coercion, that someone is controlling her behind the scenes. Fans who remember her earlier joy and lightness now see only fatigue. The sparkle in her eyes has faded into quiet resignation. She looks like someone who has surrendered, carrying a burden the cameras can't show. Supporters believe TLC is concealing the darker truth. They think the network is protecting its profitable storyline instead of exposing what might really be happening, a story of emotional coercion, blackmail, and financial exploitation. To reveal that truth would mean acknowledging that a woman may have been manipulated into submission, her suffering edited into entertainment. Instead of showing her cries for help, producers allegedly portray them as relationship drama for ratings. As time goes on, fans notice cracks in the illusion. Every pause in Jenny's speech, every plea for Sumit's attention, every tear now feels like part of a larger tragedy. They no longer see a love story. They see a woman begging for freedom. They think she's realizing that the life she left behind in America may have been the one that truly loved her, while the life she chased in India is slowly breaking her online. A chilling idea spreads. Maybe Jenny now believes that marrying Sumit was her biggest mistake. Without love, without freedom, and without respect, what remains isn't marriage, it's captivity. Fans wait for the day she breaks her silence, the day she finally says what she's been too afraid to admit. I should never have married him. When that happens, They believe the world will see Sumit's family in a completely new light. Until then, her quiet suffering continues. Viewers fear that she thought the worst was over once she moved to India, but what awaited her was far more suffocating. Behind closed doors, they imagine a home filled with tension, a place where every smile is rehearsed, every word measured, and every gesture silently judged. Jenny, surrounded by people who claim to love her but treat her like an outsider, might live under constant emotional surveillance. Fans speculate that the family uses subtle guilt and pressure to remind her of what she owes them. Every reminder chips away at her confidence and independence. She might spend sleepless nights replaying every conversation, every unspoken threat, every hint that love alone would never be enough. Some even picture her overhearing tense arguments about her presence and finances. Too frightened to confront the truth, they imagine Sumit caught in the middle, sometimes loving, sometimes distant, a pawn between his wife and his parents. The family's control, they say, might even include financial manipulation, with rumors of $1 million exchange being used as leverage. Under this imagined pressure, every disagreement could be interpreted as defiance, every hesitation as disrespect. Jenny in this world walks on eggshells, trapped between affection and fear. In the eyes of fans, she's now confined to a golden cage, a life that looks comfortable on TV but feels suffocating behind the scenes. They picture her enduring constant judgment, social exclusion, and emotional exhaustion. Even the community outside the home, in this imagined scenario, contributes to her isolation, treating her as a foreigner who doesn't belong. In her loneliest moments, she might whisper to herself that she should have stayed in America, that she should have chosen peace over passion. But despite everything, some fans still see glimmers of hope, a quiet resilience forming within her. Maybe she's beginning to see that regaining control starts with awareness. They imagine her making small choices that assert her independence, building the strength to one day walk away from the control that surrounds her. The story, as fans picture it, becomes less about a marriage and more about a woman's emotional survival. Jenny's journey is one of heartbreak, manipulation, and awakening. And while no one knows what she will ultimately do, viewers remain gripped by the question, will she stay silent, or will she finally reclaim her freedom?